Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Thursday, January 28th at 3:27 p.m. Pacific Standard Time by Zeno Reader. There are 762 headlines from 108 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Biden will use executive orders to overturn harmful, detrimental and immoral actions of Trump administration. Capitol Police Chief calls for permanent fencing in wake of riot. Biden News, Live, Trump hosts GOP leader to discuss 2022 as president defends executive orders. Pelosi wants security money to face enemy within house. Prosecutor hands off case against Atlanta officers in death. AOC and Donald Trump Jr. surprisingly agree on GameStop stock controversy. AOC to Ted Cruz, "You almost had me murdered 3 weeks ago." Michigan Senator Peters to lead Dem efforts to expand majority. U.S. calls on Russia, Turkey, UAE to halt Libya intervention. Texas takes on Biden but Republicans keep distance from AG. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. AOC rejects Cruz support over Wall Street chaos, "You almost had me murdered," CNN. Stadia's biggest, timed exclusive won't be exclusive anymore, The Verge. McCarthy, Trump hold very good and cordial meeting focused on 2022 midterms, Politico. The battle for Deshaun Watson starts with Jets, AFC East rivals, New York Post. Former New York Governor Pataki slams Cuomo over damning report on nursing home deaths, "This is a new low," Fox News. Novavax vaccine protects against coronavirus in variant hotspots but proved less effective against strain in South Africa, The Washington Post. Robinhood will allow limited buying of restricted securities Friday, GameStop jumps after hours, CNBC. Oscar-winning, irreplaceable Cloris Leachman dies at 94, Associated Press. Senate Democrats and White House fast-track COVID relief bill, frustrating Republicans, The Washington Post. Tom Brady says everybody wants to win Super Bowl for Tampa Bay Buccaneers coach Bruce Arians, ESPN. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Apple's Tim Cook rails against social media's ties to political violence. Twitter users jeer billionaires gripe about not paying fair share of taxes. Biden moves quickly to repair White House relationship with federal workforce. Man arrested near Capitol with gun had stopped to steal paperwork, list of politicians. What happens if you skip or delay the second COVID-19 vaccine dose? Marjorie Taylor Greene theorized space laser beam sparked CA fire. Democrats poised to ditch Republicans to pass big COVID-19 relief bill. The original Daenerys from the scrapped Game of Thrones pilot speaks out. How the NRA helped foment an armed insurrection at the Capitol. Christian nationalism displayed at Capitol riot sparks soul-searching. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Family, teen son is suspect in mass murder. Man accused of hoarding, gouging prices on masks. Homeowners angry over marijuana grow houses. WI closes in on repealing mask mandate. Man pleads guilty in plot to kidnap governor. Principal creates student-run grocery store. Employee doesn't miss a day of work in 25 years. Spam museum gets worldwide attention. Bill proposed to make welfare liens null and void. Hank Aaron leaves behind legacy of determination. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. McCarthy seeks thaw with Trump as GOP rallies behind former president. The eviction crisis, what we don't know. GameStop, healthcare, GM, your Thursday evening briefing. Taking GameStop to the moon, Reddit versus the elites. Snowy owl is spotted in Central Park, for first time in 130 years. At least 6 dead at Georgia poultry plant, officials say. Government signs secret vaccine deals, here's what they hide. Protesters in Poland vow to fight abortion ban. GM will sell only zero-emission vehicles by 2035. The GameStop reckoning was a long time coming. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Sun's Jay Crowder says he received an overwhelming number of death threats. Giants legend Michael Strahan tests positive for coronavirus, is at home quarantining. California restaurants lawsuit over outdoor dining ban dismissed after stay-home order lifted. 22-year-old GameStop investor secretly used parents' mortgage as collateral. At Wyoming rally, Trump ally Gaetz blasts Cheney over impeachment. Amid GameStop price roller coaster, Democrats announce hearings on broken stock market. 2 Texas 14-year-olds charged with murder in death of mother of 3. Meghan McCain knocks Biden's tidal wave of executive orders, this isn't healing. Coronavirus demands frustrating public policymakers globally, why it's hard to make vaccines, boost supplies. Least corrupt nations worldwide produce best COVID-19 response, says anti-graft watchdog study. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Thursday, January 28th. The next headlines are from the 7th most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Super Bowl LV prop bets, I'm going to go with Tom Brady to win MVP, says Sportsline's Kenny White. Christopher Mintz-Plasse on Comedy Central's Blark and Son, there's nothing better than working with your friends. Second gentleman added to Merriam-Webster dictionary following Vice President Harris' inauguration. CBS Sports 2 air new Earl the Pearl Monroe documentary as part of Black History Month celebration. Tom Brady will be wearing white jersey in Super Bowl, and that may be good news for Bucks. Does GameStop's soaring stock indicate a possible market bubble? The Space Shuttle Challenger disaster happened 35 years ago today. Mighty Ducks actor Sean Weiss celebrates 1 year of sobriety after California arrest. GameStop and the stock market, what's going on? Farmers Insurance Open Preview, a major championship-style venue, where par is a good score, says CBS Sports' Mark Immelman. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Regional COVID-19 curbs could be scrapped under plan to ease restrictions on a national basis. BBC Impartiality Row, Katya Adler says Boris Johnson berated EU. Ghislaine Maxwell made underage girls kiss for Jeffrey Epstein. Another shot in the arm for Britain, 60 million more jabs set to be made in UK. Nicola Sturgeon accused of taking EU side in vaccine supply row. Luther actor out of work in lockdown killed himself, inquest hold. Boris Johnson was like a dinner lady doling out a soggy rice pud, Henry Deeds. Kate Middleton says parenting in lockdown has left her exhausted and juggling work and school. 2 soldiers in elite Coldstream Guards are arrested in probe into ammunition theft. GameStop drops 50% as Robinhood blocks trading after Reddit campaign. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. A scathing new documentary from HBO alleges a Chinese cover-up on the coronavirus. As British social media influencers publicize pandemic travels, backlash mounts. The Biden-Putin relationship is already on the rocks. Coronavirus variant sweeps South Africa, exhibiting terrifying dominance. WHO team investigating coronavirus origins finally free from 14-day quarantine in Wuhan. Russian opposition leader Navalny to remain jailed as supporters plan more protests. Coronavirus updates. World caught in pandemic paradox, a race between virus variants and vaccines, WHO says. Second Brazil wave strains hospitals in São Paulo's interior. Israel moves to head a vaccine queue, offering Pfizer access to country's healthcare database. Biden drops Trump's anti-abortion global gag rule. Here's what that means for abortion access worldwide. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors. The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Biden signs healthcare order to undo Trump damages U.S. detects 2 South Africa COVID variant cases, live. Coronavirus live news. Novavax says vaccine is effective against UK variant. Paris hospitals to suspend jabs next week. Firmino and Man rip Tottenham apart to reignite Liverpool's title defense. Joe Biden axes global gag rule but health groups call on him to go further. General Motors announces plan for all-electric lineup by 2035. Biden signs order to reopen Obamacare markets for special COVID-19 coverage. Seeing the hedge funds being squeezed is fun but it won't last. Nils Prattley. Rita Ora 8 offered restaurant 5,000 feet to host party in lockdown. Sending a message, GameStop investors on why they bought shares. Emmett Till's home gains landmark status and will turn into museum. The next headlines are from the 11th most popular news website, with 40 million estimated monthly unique visitors, The Wall Street Journal. Parsing the Fed, how the January statement changed from December. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Liquid nitrogen leak at Georgia poultry plant kills 6. 9 retired nuns in Michigan die of COVID-19 in January. AOC responds to Ted Cruz on GameStop, "You almost had me murdered." Recycling could change if this bill is passed. Russia targets Navalny supporters with arrests, searches ahead of new protests. NY nursing home virus deaths were undercounted, AG says. Young mother and her 4 daughters under the age of 6 die in tragic house fire. Live, ABC News Live. Watch, skier makes lucky escape after being chased by brown bear. Watch, teen rams motorcycle officer off bike. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. COVID-19, Novavax vaccine shows 89% efficacy in UK trials. Georgia nitrogen deaths, leak kills 6 at Gainesville poultry plant. Anger as trading in GameStop shares is restricted. LGBT rights, Indonesia's Aceh flogs 2 men for having sex. Biden reverses global abortion gag rule and expands Obamacare. COVID-19 vaccines, is it okay to get a leftover jab? Coronavirus vaccines, boost for Africa in race for jabs. Coronavirus, Germany set to limit AstraZeneca jab to under 65s. Botticelli painting fetches record $92 at auction. Proud Boys leader Enrique Tarrio once a prolific police informer. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Multiple deaths, injuries following liquid nitrogen leak at Georgia poultry plant. Netflix's Finding Oana highlights Hawaiian representation and culture. Nitrogen leak at Georgia poultry plant kills 6. White House defends flurry of executive orders. 9 Michigan nuns die of virus in span of 2 weeks. New vaccine nearly 90% effective in UK trial, South Africa variant found in US, new infections drop sharply, key COVID updates. Reporters booted from Georgia officials' town hall. Pakistan frees accused in US journalist's death. No respite for UK hospital workers in virus battle. 35 years after Challenger tragedy, nation remembers Krista McAuliffe, the first US civilian to lift off. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Lincoln, Washington, Feinstein, Lowell, San Francisco will rename 42 schools. San Jose Hospital executive disciplined after teachers allowed to get coronavirus vaccine. Chateau Marmont gave coveted jobs mostly to white people, lawsuit alleges. Monterey mudslides injure resident, damage 25 structures as LA braces for heavy rain. California lawmakers vote to extend COVID-19 eviction protections through June. FBI arrests Huntington Beach activist on charges related to Capitol breach. California failed to heed warnings of unemployment benefit fraud for months, state audit says. Super Bowl could become COVID superspreader event, LA County health official warns. Los Angeles Police Department kills man police say was attacking girlfriend with knife in South LA's Vermont Square. UCLA smashes records for freshman applications with big hikes among Black, Latino students. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Thursday, January 28, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. 2 female members of Kurdish-led administration in Syria found beheaded. BBC News, anger as trading in GameStop shares is restricted. Commercial fishing is destroying the oceans. Global shark and ray population crashed more than 70% in past 50 years, study. Canadian couple who got vaccine meant for indigenous people may face jail time. Israel destroys nature reserve, uproots 10,000 trees. Defiant Alexei Navalny vows from jail cell that Russians won't let Putin steal our country. Russia's population decline hits 15-year high. Amazon rainforest on the brink of turning into a net carbon emitter, study warns. Climate crisis, world is at its hottest for at least 12,000 years, study. Scientists say temperatures globally at highest levels since start of human civilization. Far-right extremist Stefan Ernst sentenced to life in prison for the murder of a German politician. Russian court orders Kremlin critic Navalny be kept in jail, rejects his appeal. Jagtar Singh Johal, British man tortured to sign blank confession in India, BBC News. India donates first 500,000 doses of vaccine to Sri Lanka. Russia detains Navalny's allies, warns social networks. Heil Hitler chants, Nazis invade Australian tourist town. The next headlines are from Forbes. Trump helping Gates's effort to remove Cheney as House GOP conference chair. Tennessee reports record-breaking gun sale background checks in 2020. Why AOC and Donald Trump Jr. both back the Reddit investing craze. Texas governor vows to sue Biden over climate change orders. Coronavirus has sent consumers to large CPG brands, but it's not enough to stem their share loss. New study finds that prolonged social isolation may lead to dementia. Robinhood's trading freeze unite political foes from Cruz to Warren, and they're all angry. Brooklyn Nets officially sign shot-blocking big man Norval Pelle. Colmox offers cool alternative to alcohol. WandaVision's new trailer raises big questions and drops clues ahead of episode 4. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Life on Venus claim faces strongest challenge yet. explaining the icy mystery of the Dyatlov Pass deaths. COVID research updates, the workers who keep us fed face some of the highest COVID risk. Cell competition constitutes a barrier for interspecies chimerism. Mystery on high, an ozone-destroying chemical appears in the air. Audio long read, push, pull and squeeze, the hidden forces that shape life. Seasonal origin of the thermal maxima of the Holocene and the last interglacial. Lend an ear to a classic tale of mammalian evolution. Single neuronal predictions of others' beliefs in humans. Metastability of diamond ramp compressed to 2 terapascals. The world population update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,682,359,916 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Titans Season 3 casts Jay Lacurgo as Tim Drake. Baz Luhrmann's Elvis movie delays release date. Armie Hammer exits making of the Godfather drama series of Paramount Plus exclusive. Zach Braff cast in Cheaper by the Dozen remake at Disney Plus. Timothée Chalamet and Taylor Russell in talks to star in Luca Guadagnino's latest. Watch Miley Cyrus' scorching cover of Mazzy Star's Fade Into You. 11 hot movies for sale at virtual Sundance Film Festival. Finding Oana review, a Goonies-inspired adventure for the geocaching generation. Star Wars, Battlefront game music set for release on Walt Disney Records exclusive. ABC News President James Goldston to exit in March. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Scientists identify new whale species in the Gulf. So what is short selling? An explainer. Officer who quit Wisconsin police job under pressure joins nearby sheriff's department. After riot, acting Capitol Police chief calls for permanent fencing around complex. Senator Portman warns Biden against going it alone on COVID-19 relief. There are a lot of questions. Arizona GOP faces concerns about party elections. Pelosi blasts GOP leadership's underreaction to Rep. Marjorie Taylor Greene's remarks. After the Capitol attack, does police MAGA sentiment cross the line? GameStop stock mania, why everyone is talking about it and many are worried. In Poland, protests as near total ban on abortions goes into effect. The following headlines are from The Week. McConnell misquotes Biden in an attempt to criticize his rush of executive orders. The Daily Gossip, Grimes cuts ex-AZI's hair, Ja Rule is very mad at Robin Hood, and more. The week's good news, January 28, 2021. American carnage rages on. The U.S. has its first confirmed case of the coronavirus variant from South Africa. Facebook Oversight Board overturns 4 of the company's moderation decisions in its first rulings. Donald Trump Jr. and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez agree on this one thing. Pelosi signals support for reconciliation bill to pass coronavirus relief without Republicans. New York AG, state undercounted nursing home COVID-19 deaths by as much as 50%. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. What to do with a tidal wave of Texas wind turbine blades. Wings of Ebony brings Black Girl magic to life. The next headlines are from Physics Buzz News. NASA raised an army of jellyfish in space. Physics, flux, and fire ants. The following headlines are from the NASA Mars Exploration Program. NASA's MAVEN continues to advance Mars science and telecommunications relay efforts. NASA's Perseverance rover 22 days from Mars landing. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Exoplanetary system found with 6 worlds in orbital resonance. Iceland is a similar environment to ancient Mars. Saturn got its tilt from its moons. OSIRIS-REx is heading for home in May. Space and sustainability, how the lessons of Biosphere 2 inspired Sam. Astronomers find a planet like Jupiter, but it doesn't have any clouds. All the gravitational waves detected so far. Low-cost approach to scanning historic glass plates yields an astronomical surprise. What did the solar system look like before all the planets migrated? Solar orbiter caught Venus, Earth and Mars in one of its photos. These are the news headlines for today, Thursday, January 28th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Say goodbye to Earth's mini-moon on February 1st and 2nd. Astronomers find possible exoplanet in the making within its own whirlpool. Monarch butterflies are in trouble, here's how to help in your own yard. A giant undersea sandworm's fossilized lair. Full wolf moon falls in late January 2021. Top 12 brightest objects in the solar system. The next news is from Politico. Biden's first 100 days. The vaccines that could stop COVID-19. Ignoring calls to pull back, Gates slams Cheney in her home state. Novavax says its COVID-19 vaccine is 89% effective, but less so against South African variant. McCarthy, Trump hold very good and cordial meeting focused on 2022 midterms. Jim Jordan won't run for Ohio Senate seat. Federal court denies release to man who sat at Pelosi's office desk during riot. Pentagon halts Trump appointments to advisory boards. Capitol forces plead for permanent barrier as Pelosi warns the enemy is within. RNC invites Trump to speak at spring meeting. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Police seeking information on burned-out Jeep after well-planned gangland killing. Coronavirus updates live. Germany warns against AstraZeneca vaccine use in over 65s as NZ Green Zone travel bubble suspension extended. ResMed profit jumps despite slowdown in demand for ventilators. Your daily horoscope for Friday, January 29th. You leave worse off. WA mental health system triggers PTSD in designer Aurelio Costarella. Police hunt 2 men following car chase through Burke Street Mall. Naomi Osaka invests in U.S. women's professional soccer club. Fremantle tent city homeless sleep in a park despite promise of beds. Safe WA system to expand to cover most businesses and premises. Rough week at the ranch for Kirkup and friends. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Earnings results. Quas stock surges 45% after hours following quarterly profit. Robinhood change. GameStop, AMC stocks bounce back after Robinhood says it will allow some buying Friday. Capital report. Lawmakers demand action on GameStop saga. Robinhood ban. Tax Watch, it's not certain what's going to happen with GameStop stock price, but taxes are a sure bet. Here's what to know. Earnings results. Western Digital seizes on retail demand for storage. Brett Aarons is raw, an open letter to the Reddit GameStop army. City Watch, as New York City hosts a restaurant week like no other, Cuomo suggests indoor dining could soon return. Newswatch, taxes are usually an afterthought. GameStop's wild ride will leave some investors with a huge tax bill. Personal Finance Daily, GameStop's wild ride will leave some investors with a huge tax bill and what minimum wage hikes did for McDonald's restaurants and workers. IPO report, Qualtrics, a spin-off of SAP, pops 52% in public debut. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Spotify patents tech to monitor user speech and emotions for song recommendations, complex. Pormwo's patented skincare system will help you look younger, WLS-TV. iRobot launches new attack on Shark Ninja over robotic vacuums, Bloomberg. Blockchain and energy innovation marches on, Power Magazine, Power Magazine. 2020 IP Law Year in Review, Patents, the National Law Review. Biden needs an innovation agenda, Milford Daily News. Editorial, Biden needs an innovation agenda opinion HoosierTimes.com, Times Mail. Blockchain companies cannot afford to stay on the patent sidelines, Cointelegraph. 60 Minutes Rewind, whose body is it anyway, CBS News. Qatar University Research Magazine documents innovations and inventions of 2-year researchers, the Peninsula Qatar. The next headlines are from Quartz. We're still learning the costs of Trump's gag rule on abortions. Why Robinhood is blocking the little guy from the GameStop showdown. COVID-19 could teach U.S. hospitals some lessons, if they're willing to listen. The video game industry is leaving GameStop behind. Even Levi's is succumbing to the sweatpants trend. Tim Cook sounds slightly sheepish about how well Apple did in 2020. The biggest investors in space are cheering on the GameStop trade. Good luck proving Reddit traders did anything illegal by pumping GameStop. Joe Biden has started walking the talk on his H-1B campaign promises. Companies are turning their environmental liabilities into cash. The following headlines are from TechDirt. The crunch is on. Join our public domain game jam and whip up an entry this weekend. 27% of cable TV subscribers will cut the cord this year. Removing civil rights law from Section 230 will create many new problems, while failing to fix existing ones. Biggest MAGA conference threatens Politico with bogus lawsuit for reporting on conference troubles. Daily Deal, Motorola Focus 89 Full HD Wi-Fi indoor camera. Robinhood app decides to stop helping the poor steal from the rich. The Wall Street Journal kisses big telecom's ass in whiny screed about big tech. Papers, Please has something to tell you about the no-fly list and it's going to make you sad. Britain helps children learn from home by procuring them laptops preloaded with Russian malware. Content moderation case study, social media upstart Parler struggles to moderate pornography, 2020. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Tottenham vs Liverpool. Stock market today. Anthony Davis. Good Morning America Michael Strahan. Silver price. Wolf Moon. Steve Cohen. Mark Cuban. Jeanette Mouse. TSLA stock. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Trump's going nowhere. Former president meets with Rep. McCarthy, vows to help Republican Party win upcoming House races. Just in time for Joe, U.S. COVID-19 cases drop a record 35% over last 3 weeks. Enemy within, Pelosi calls for additional House security, claims members of Congress threatened by colleagues. GameStop controversy put AOC and Trump Jr. on same page against Wall Street, but panicked MSM smears Reddit traders as alt-right mob. U.S. freeze on F-35 sale to Abu Dhabi won't hurt normalization between Israel and UAE, PM Netanyahu. Mega investors punished with $70 billion losses at GameStop and other shorted firms see stock surge, data analysts. Obamacare is back, Biden signs executive orders on healthcare, reinstates abortion funding. As the Olympics and Euro 2020 hang in the balance, should elite athletes be fast-tracked for the COVID-19 vaccine? South Africa COVID-19 variant found in U.S. after 2 adults in South Carolina test positive. What are you doing? Fans accuse UFC star Jorge Masvidal of betraying MMA over YouTube boxer Jake Paul's surprise footage, video. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Turley, Rhode Island professor says science, statistics and technology are inherently racist. After failed IPO disaster, Rework hopes to ride SPAC wave to public offering. The coming revolt of the middle class. Wall Street bets proves the system is rigged. San Francisco votes to strip George Washington, Abraham Lincoln from school names. Washington demands hearings on manipulation and the state of the stock market. Robinhood forced to draw down credit lines amid trading ban, Bloomberg reports. Rabobank, what is happening will end in tears too. 70.87 billion reasons why the retail brokers just betrayed their customers. Reddit rebellion routed as brokers help hedgies hammer most shorted stocks. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Musk slams broken FAA after Thursday Starship test flight scrubbed. U.S. says progress hard to see without Taliban commitments. White House says Biden will reassess Trump's Cuba policy. Is Mesut Ozil's dream move to Fenerbahce a gamble? Africa secures another 400 million COVID-19 vaccine doses. Liquid nitrogen leak at U.S. Georgia poultry plant kills 6. Women are on COVID global frontline, but left behind in recovery. U.S. calls for withdrawal of Russian, Turkish forces from Libya. MBS says Aramco to sell more shares to boost Saudi wealth fund. Space Shuttle Challenger remembered 35 years after its explosion. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Chinese Defense Ministry to Taiwan, independence means war. John Kerry on Biden climate agenda, so logical, I don't understand the opposition. Robinhood says it will allow limited buys of GameStop and other short squeeze stocks. Kevin McCarthy touts Republican unity after visit with Trump in Florida. Connecticut Democrat proposes bill to fine those who do not vote in state elections. Capitol Police Chief, U.S. Capitol needs permanent wall to protect Congress. Democrat lawmakers call for recurring stimulus payment in coronavirus relief bill, illegal immigrants included. U.S. billionaires boost their wealth by 40% during coronavirus crisis. Rep. Jim Jordan declines to run for Senate in 2022. Michael Lind, woke is the new snobbery. The next headlines are from UPI News. Look, police rescue deer trapped inside British Columbia house. Late father's numbers earn NC man $1 million Powerball jackpot. Firefighters rescue possum trapped in utility pole guard. Watch, snowy owl visits New York's Central Park for first time since 1890. Watch, Phoenix fire crew uses ladder truck to visit hospitalized co-worker. Watch, Hungarian basketball team breaks acrobatic dunking world record. Watch, chimpanzee escapes from zoo enclosure, but returns on its own. Watch, Lord of the Rings plastic block diorama breaks Guinness record. Look, lynx recaptured a week after Canadian zoo escape. Man discovers $2 and lottery jackpot hours after crashing car. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Mexico City with 9 million people, joins China by enacting new ban on single-use plastics and straws in 2021. Mission of Mercy underway to restore home of 94-year-old war hero. Bernie Sanders memes and mittens have now raised over $1.8 million for charity. Porpoises rebound in a big way following California ban on indiscriminate fishing nets. Dianosaur unearthed in Argentina could be the largest animal that ever walked the earth. Thursday's wolf moon kicks off a year of 3 supermoons, including a blood moon. Former white supremacist store and Klan meeting space is being turned into a community center to promote healing. Most advanced artificial heart approved for sale in Europe, raising hopes for those awaiting transplants. Take this test to see if you have a face-recognizing superpower. Space station captures footage of blue lightning bursting towards space. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Thursday, January 28th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. I will never meet Mr. DiCaprio ever again. Unacceptable. AOC and other lawmakers call for congressional hearing on Robinhood's anti-Reddit GameStop stock trading freeze. Did the FBI find $400 in Civil War gold in a perforist? Harrisburg lawyer says he has new clue in the case. Turkey to probe Salt Bay for flashing genitals online. Croft launches pink mac and cheese for Valentine's Day that tastes like candy. NYAG, state undercounted nursing home COVID-19 deaths by 50%. COVID came from me, not China, Andra woman who killed 2 daughters. Reddit traders made GameStop a $10 billion company. Gay couple fined after helping mother during COVID lockdown. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Focal's new Celesty headphones are a $990 audiophile luxury. Scientists develop AI-powered puff technology to help smokers quit. How your fighting style should determine your team. Facebook Supreme Court overturns most of the platform's post removals in its first rulings. If you want to work in the cloud, you need to know Oz. This training can get you on your way. Why cybersecurity needs an API-first mentality. Bumble's algorithm will now report you for body shaming. The Apple privacy offensive continues, and Google and Facebook are shook. EU to commit $3.5 billion to EV battery production to stop China's dominance. London doubled its number of rapid EV chargers in 2020, nice. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Malaria threw human evolution into overdrive on this African archipelago. Scientists find key function of molecule in cells crucial for regulating immunity. Lasing mechanism found in water droplets. Breakthrough for laser-induced breakdown spectroscopy. Thick lithosphere casts doubt on plate tectonics in Venus's geologically recent past. Crunch. Underwater acoustics expose shell-crushing sounds in a large marine predator. Eyes reveal life history of fish. Can large fluid-filled spaces in the brain help identify those at risk of dementia? Cell death shines a light on the origins of complex life. Study reveals precarious employment on the rise long before COVID-19. The next headlines are from Information Week. What happens if a cloud provider shuts you out? What to know when migrating DevOps to microservice architectures. Cybersecurity, modernization top priorities for federal SHIOs. From cloud computing to cooking, 4 ways IT mirrors fine cuisine. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Thursday, January 28th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA pays tribute to fallen heroes with Day of Remembrance. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. The Utah Jazz have won 10 straight games. How did they get here, and how far can they go? Trump trial, Reyes impeachment and concealed guns on this week's Behind the Headlines. The 2021 Sundance Film Festival may have the event's biggest audience ever, organizers say. Ahead of Friday's March for Life, Utah senators back anti-abortion legislation. Utah State makes beautiful basketball music on a fence, led by two true freshman point guards. Utah reported no new COVID-19 deaths, but it's a mistake. Bagley cartoon, every move you make. Eye on the Y, don't worry, the Pepperdine lost didn't hurt Bayou basketball's chances of making the NCAA tournament. MLS players present proposal in hopes of avoiding lockout. Senator Mike Lee has voted no on every one of President Joe Biden's cabinet-level nominees so far. Here's why. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. GM will sell only zero-emission vehicles by 2035. Robinhood will allow limited buys of stocks like GameStop, starting Friday. Microsoft backs direct air capture player Clem Yorks. AOC, Ted Cruz slam Robinhood for freezing some trades amid GameStop volatility. Apple's Tim Cook criticizes social media practices, intensifying Facebook conflict. New Spotify patent involves monitoring user speech to recommend music. Tesla's new cars can run The Witcher 3 on their 10 teraflop gaming rigs. Robinhood hit with class action after blocking GameStop trades. Proton Mail, Threema, Tresorit and Tutimotor warn EU lawmakers over anti-encryption push. Intel Iris Xe video cards now shipping to OEMs, DG1 lands in desktops. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Hive, leisure travel expected to return first, push underway for responsible gatherings at Illinois hotels. 5,000 Walmarts ready to administer COVID-19 vaccine. St. Louis area hospitals see the fewest COVID patients since November. Governor Parson clears up confusion on vaccine rollout. 2 teens charged for killing SIUE student in random off-campus shooting. Schnucks to close Green Park, South Oak store in February. Madison County, vaccine distribution to begin for those over 65 and frontline essential workers. QAnon shaman willing to testify at Trump's impeachment trial. 500 Illinois National Guard troops requested for security in Washington, D.C. How Missouri lawmakers got COVID vaccine doses meant for others. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Mortally wounded man found in trailer parked in driveway. City begins enforcing parking regulations Friday. State lawmakers agree to help cover some unpaid rent. County updates residents on COVID-19 in San Diego. Man thrown from car, badly hurt after crashing into tree. Navy ship USS Comstock returns to home port in San Diego. Weber confirmed as state's first black Secretary of State. FBI arrests Coronado man for alleged role in Capitol riot. Farmers insurance open tees off without fans at Torrey Pines. Rep Jacobs tours local businesses impacted by coronavirus. The next headlines are from SpookNews.com. Watchdog group urges judge to incarcerate FBI attorney for altering Central Intelligence Agency email to spy on Carter Page. The Bourne Identity and 9 other gritty spy movies. Some quality movies have just been added to Amazon Prime Video. After receiving death threats from a notorious celebrity stalker, activist fought to jail him. The jury is in, spy plane is out commentary. Upcoming Genesis Electric crossover caught in spy photos. Cold War spy film alert, Benedict Cumberbatch goes all MI6 in the Courier Black Book. Location broker X mode continues to track users despite App Store bans. Witness saw Regini in Cairo police station before murder. Virtual insanity, VR software could see more of us trying out prototypes. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. U.S. Army First Operational Unit receives newest version of Apache helicopter. Lockheed Martin gets $49 production contract for AH-1Z targeting system. The next headlines are from SUP China, top news about China. She accused a Chinese media celebrity of sexual assault. He sued, and won. India permanently bans TikTok and WeChat. Chinese cities offer cash rewards, points for school admission and other perks to stop Spring Festival travel. Takeaways from China's remarkable economic growth numbers. The evolving hero status of the executed General Yu Fei. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Thursday, January 28, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Storm effects, mudslides damage dozens of Salinas homes. Yosemite expected to reopen Monday following winter storm. Third stimulus check, Biden signals some may not get $1,400 payment. Truckee boy buried under avalanche for hours. Novavax says its COVID vaccine is more than 89% effective. COVID-19 vaccination tracker, local, state distribution data near me. Alameda County schools could reopen soon. Biden reopens ACA insurance exchanges, signs healthcare orders. Rob Black's winners and losers, breaking down GameStop and Reddit. He's a brave boy, police K9 needs more than 100 stitches after being stabbed by man. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Pelosi denounces GOP leaders over Georgia lawmakers' posts. Number 7 Maryland women hammer Michigan State 92-52. Liverpool beats Spurs 3-1 to revive faltering title defense. NJ officer suspended over alleged attack at women's prison. D. Madison Bowie agrees to 2-year contract with Blackhawks. Space heater may have caused fire that killed 5, officials say. Shoppers hunt for prime deals as Schaumburg Amazon Fresh store opens its doors. Illinois surpasses 19,000 COVID-19 deaths. State lawmakers are pushing to curb governor's virus powers. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Activists criticize proposed changes to Seattle Police's use of force, crowd control policies. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Peru, Paraguay, Uruguay. Drought is ongoing in Mexico, United States. Drought is ongoing in Georgia, Kazakhstan, Russia, Ukraine. Drought is ongoing in Albania, Bulgaria, Greece, Lebanon, the Republic of North Macedonia, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Morocco. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Volcanic eruption is ongoing for Merapi in Indonesia. Green flood alert in Albania, Bulgaria, Greece, Kosovo, Montenegro, Serbia. Green flood alert in Eswatini, Madagascar, Mozambique, South Africa, Zimbabwe. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone 1321. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Thursday, January 28th in the Greenwich Mean Time time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from Cypher Brief Security News and High-Level Analysis. The U.S. intelligence community's complicated relationship with telework. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Houston's tallest building towers with sleek updates and new name. CDC does not recommend general public wear N95s, here's why. 2 years after ITC fire, leaders speak on environmental effects. Why GameStop stock surge is shaking Wall Street. Mom and boyfriend accused of making up story to cover up 2-year-old's death, deputies say. Legendary Texas oyster family opens waterfront seafood spot. Baby elephants play in snow at zoo in Arizona. Houston in position to create high-paying jobs in alternative energy, expert says. President Biden signs executive order to reopen Affordable Care Act enrollment amid COVID-19. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Kluber excited to join Yanks, LeMahieu relieved to remain. Anthony Davis ruled out for Lakers at Detroit. Ohio police chief forced out in wake of Andre Hill killing. Kansas deputy denies intentionally driving over black man. Ex-Atlantic City mayor gets 30 days in charity theft case. Steelers want Roethlisberger back, if the math works. Tunisian president receives poison letter, aide falls ill. Brady's parents survived COVID-19, will attend Super Bowl. Chiefs Bieniemy misses out on head coach job once again. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Extra, but what does this GameStop frenzy mean for the Mets? Alright, more photos of the Central Park owl just LIVIN. NYC hedge fund billionaire says the quiet part louder in meltdown over GameStop stocks. The Brooklyn Bridge will finally get its own bike lane. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. AG report, COVID-19 deaths in NY nursing homes are dramatically undercounted. Newark's old Penn Station just got a $190 million spruce up. NYC women to fill key positions in Biden's transportation agencies. Who is running for Staten Island Borough President? Ul's mainstay good enough to eat opens wintertime ramen pop-up. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. Next, info on a few earthquakes today from earthquaketoday.com. Minor earthquake, 3.4 mag was detected near Susitna North in Alaska. Light earthquake, 4.6 mag has occurred near Ichino in Japan. Light earthquake, 4.4 mag has occurred near Algarve in Spain. Light earthquake, 4 mag was detected near Finschhofen in Papua New Guinea. Light earthquake, 4.3 mag was detected near Fiji region. Light earthquake, 4.6 mag strikes near Shikotan in Russia. Light earthquake, 4.6 mag was detected near Surabad in Azerbaijan. Light earthquake 4.3 mag, 117 kilometers southwest of Bam, Iran. Light earthquake, 4.5 mag strikes near Iwaki in Japan. Light earthquake 4 mag, 97 kilometers south by southeast of Sandpoint, Alaska. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Q&A, what Nigerian feminists hope will come out of the End SARS movement and pandemic. Sri Lanka on alarming path towards recurrence of grave human rights violations, says UN. Incitement to violence is rarely explicit. Here are some techniques people use to breed hate. The struggle to end female genital mutilation, a dark secret no more. Saving journalism, a vision for the post-COVID world. 60 days on, India's biggest farmers' protests show no sign of weakening. An American horror story. COVID-19's social and economic fallout hits women harder. What world's largest climate change public opinion poll says. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. FDA issues new warnings on hand sanitizers, hundreds of Americans poisoned this month. Second California patient dies soon after COVID-19 vaccination, investigations underway. Tulsi Gabbard warns against the danger of new domestic terrorism laws. Facebook hires Biden transition, Obama admin official as VP of Civil Rights. DHS terrorist bulletin paints non-violent protesters and protesters against police violence as extremists. Proud Boys leader was prolific informer for law enforcement. Biden orders justice to end private prison contracts in attempt to address racial inequality. Biden signs executive order to ban the term China virus. Flashback, Biden said you cannot legislate by executive orders unless you're a dictator. Man claiming to be CNA in nursing home, seniors, dying like flies after getting Pfizer COVID vaccine. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Do 1 in 3 Biden appointees have an immigrant background? Explainer, why GameStop stock surge is shaking Wall Street. Checked by reality, some QAnon supporters seek a way out. Christianity on display at Capitol riot sparks new debate. Did protesters pull down the national flag of India in Delhi? Did San Francisco vote to remove Washington, Lincoln from school names? Did Greta Thunberg disguise herself as pro-Trump rioter? Was a giant squid found in a harbor in Japan? Did Kayleigh McEnany tweet that Obama's brother was still in that hut in Kenya? The next headlines are from factcheck.org. Hank Aaron's death attributed to natural causes. Paul cites distortion to argue two sides in election fraud debate. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Star NY Times reporter accused of using N-word, making other racist comments. Robin Hood hit with class action suit for muzzling GameStop uprising. Meghan McCain equates whack job Marjorie Taylor Greene with Eric Swalwell. COVID deaths in NY nursing homes undercounted by up to 50%, AG. MAGA supporter arrested yards from Capitol with gun, ammo, stop the steal paperwork. Top Kremlin diplomat says niet to Russian vaccine. You'll be drinking this whiskey in the near future. Joe Biden's done more good in a week than Donald Trump did in 4 years. The thin blue line between a police frisk and assault. The Capitol riot was too dystopian for even John Carpenter. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Hawaii National Guards test positive for COVID-19 after Washington, D.C. deployment. Palmer review, treacly Justin Timberlake drama is out of sync. New York Times reporter Donald McNeil Jr. accused of making racist comments. Super Bowl 2021 is Buccaneers' reward for doing right by Tom Brady. DJ LeMahieu insists Yankees were better than Rays despite American League Division Series loss. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. I, the beginning to the end of the universe. I, the origins of life on Earth. Flight of the Spider, an Antarctic balloon to study the cosmos' birth. I, the beginning to the end of the universe. I, our solar system's origin. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Shark and ray populations are collapsing, nearing point of no return. Top U.S. health experts issue dire COVID-19 death forecast. WHO begins investigation into COVID-19. Winter storm slams west, causing mudslides and forcing thousands to evacuate. Biden administration focused on fighting against climate change. CDC warns as many as 85,000 people could die from COVID-19 in next 3 weeks. GM to eliminate gas-burning vehicles by 2035. 2021's first full moon, the Wolf Moon, shines bright tonight. Major storm pounding Northern California heads south. Debate over reopening schools rages amid new data on COVID spread. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Online trading app Robinhood hit with class action lawsuit over decision to halt GameStop stock sales. Michigan man in prison for 25 years on marijuana charge leaves jail after being granted clemency. NYC community groups to play role in hiring of NYPD commanders, de Blasio. Louisiana judge who groped waitress at his own bachelor party gets $2,000 fine, avoids further discipline. Man pulls gun on McDonald's employee over cheese, police chopper comes. 2 men in Indonesia publicly caned 77 times for having consensual sex. New Zealand ranks number 1 in COVID handling but US in bottom 5, survey says. US records largest annual drop in GDP since 1946. New Jersey person dies from UK COVID variant, first recorded US death from strain. Escaped Arizona inmate recaptured after 5 days on the run. The following headlines are from military.com. National Guard mission at Capitol counts toward GI Bill benefits. Navy delays start of fitness testing until July. Green Beret slain fighting attacker in Jordan receives posthumous Silver Star. Lawmakers renew effort to eliminate TRICARE young adult premiums. Privacy, please, Air Force wants to add toilet curtain on B-52 bomber. Navy destroyer CO fired after trying to make his crew a plaque with seized AK-47. Army National Guard cruise rescue hiker, 5 others stranded due to snow in Arizona. The Marine Corps is developing a better fitting, more functional PT uniform. Biden seen likely to keep Space Force, a Trump favorite. Renewed as Russia nuke pact won't fix emerging arms threats. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Police, woman, 23, shoots man, 30, after Southwest Side fight, both being questioned by detectives. The Spin, Illinois population continues to drop, CMAP study finds at Pentagon's request, Pritzker sends Illinois Guard to D.C. Lightfoot, Pritzker to speak at Racial Healing Virtual Summit. Orland Park police continue probe into shooting, have viable leads. At Pentagon's request, Governor J.B. Pritzker sends 500 Illinois National Guard troops to Washington amid heightened threat environment. Man shot to death at South Loop business, police say. Cook County Board enacts suburban residential tenant, landlord ordinance strengthening renters' rights, it's time. Naperville attorney sues Robinhood after online stock brokerage restricts trading in BlackBerry, GameStop and other hot stocks. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, 4,191 new COVID-19 cases and 103 more fatalities reported as state's death toll passes 19,000. Chicago police say 14-year-old charged in multiple carjackings and robberies since July. 4 CTA Northside Red Line stations to be revamped with 100% accessibility by end of 2024, city says. The following headlines are from FIS.org. From heat to spin to electricity, understanding spin transport in thermoelectric devices. People's acceptance of inequality affects response to company wrongdoings. Scholars reveal the changing nature of U.S. cities. Immune system sets tripwire to protect against viruses. New biosensors quickly detect coronavirus proteins and antibodies. Experiments show the record of early life could be full of false positives. Marine heat waves becoming more intense, more frequent. Study examines attitudes toward climate change risk. 3D printing resins in dental devices may be toxic to reproductive health. Study shows why anesthetic stops cells walkers in their tracks. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Thursday, January 28th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. Fruit fly brain network hacked for language processing. What the new COVID-19 strains mean for herd immunity, vaccine efficacy. The weird quirks of the male libido. What's worse, binge drinking or imbibing a little bit every day. Nutrisystem reviews, new 2021 menu, meal plans for men and promo codes. A curiously written coronavirus paper. Teen scientist finds a low-tech way to recycle water. Massive craters in Siberia are exploding into existence. What's causing them? Trouble sleeping in new places? It's probably your brain's fault. Quidem Plus reviews, scam complaints or tinnitus relief ingredients really work? The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Michigan State promotes Tillman to cornerbacks coach. Lions hire Aubrey Pleasant to new coaching staff. Minneapolis counselors float new plan for police department. Suntich extends contract with Brazil's women's team. 27 Astoria hospital workers sickened in COVID-19 outbreak. Storm forward Alicia Clark reportedly set to sign with Washington Mystics. Fugitive arrested in credit card scam targeting Kraft's chain. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. Frequently asked questions, what are prep and youth sports rules in Santa Clara County? Novavax's coronavirus vaccine works, but is less effective against variants. The A's bizarre offer to Marcus Semien speaks volumes about the team's direction. Citizens Group files appeal over Pleasant and Costco store. Democrats reject GOP bid to split up Biden's $1.9 trillion coronavirus relief plan. How coronavirus impacted Yellowstone visitation. Popular former 49ers, Raiders player, assistant coach retires. Commentary, high school sports community deserves much better from Santa Clara County officials. Lighting Trends Part 2, take your fixtures from builder grade to custom. 2 Alameda County customers sue Subway, claiming the tuna sandwich is anything but tuna. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Elliott Cutler's mansion sold to President Bush's nephew. COVID-19 vaccine efforts slow at Louisiana's nursing homes. 7 counties to advance to Phase 2 under modified plan. Families of Texas couple killed in drug raid Sioux City, cops. Man who hit and killed Sioux City bicyclist sentenced. Police, lawmaker differ over school officer restrictions. Reeves, goal is to up vaccine capacity to 100,000 per week. Rules clarified for psychiatric patients in emergency rooms. The next headlines are from The Intercept. The half-baked smear campaign against Robert Malley and Biden's Iran policy. Merrick Garland wants former Facebook lawyer to top antitrust division. Rebecca Mercer raised specter of armed conflict in 2019 book. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Thursday, January 28, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Chinese spice helps unravel the mysteries of human touch. Scientists farm natural killer cells in novel cancer-fighting approach. New gene variant linked to stroke. Gender and spatial behavior. Entrepreneurs benefit more from emotional intelligence than other competencies, such as IQ. Daily incoherent light source reveals the origin of interstellar medium S2 fragments. Size matters, how the size of a male's weapons affects its anti-predator tactics. Otago study examines attitudes toward climate change risk. Risk analysis helps contend with uncertainty of in-person activities. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Deshaun Watson beyond Bears reach, but domino effect could help QB problem. Nearly 830,000 shots administered as Illinois enters Phase 1B of distribution plan. Hive updates. Bears expected to add ILB's coach Bill McGovern. Corky Lee, known for photographing Asian America, dies at 73. Facebook panel overturns 4 content takedowns in first ruling. Biden opens sign-up window for uninsured in time of COVID-19. Supernova, a moving love story of longtime partners facing a challenging future. Bodicum video shows end of shooting spree that left 4 dead in Chicago, Evanston. Man fatally shot in South Loop business. The feed from the Riverfront Times St. Louis has been removed for putting advertisements in its news RSS feed. St. Louis Symphony Orchestra launches free Sound Lab education series for kids. St. Louis first mass vaccination site opening soon in North County. John Stonitz chose the day light. Parson defends Missouri COVID vaccine response in State of the State speech. The butterfly house will turn your terrible ex into a cockroach. The next headlines are from Detroit Metro. How long does a background check take? Full guide, 2021. Rashida Tlaib blasts Robinhood app for protecting rich hedge fund investors in GameStop stock drama. GOP candidate for governor calls Whitmer a dictator despite alleged assassination plot against her. University of Michigan research shows Whitmer's tough coronavirus measure saved lives. Hip-hop icons virtual show opens at the Marshall M. Frederick Sculpture Museum at Saginaw Valley State University. Detroit's St. Patrick's Parade is once again canceled due to COVID-19. Ex-Macomb County Prosecutor Smith pleads guilty to obstruction and embezzlement scheme. Have you noticed increased body fat, flagging libido, and lethargy caused by low testosterone? This Testogen review reveals how you can regain your manly edge. Saucy Brew Works expects to open Detroit location in March. Have you been exercising but sabotaging your efforts with overeating? This Lean Bean review shows you how to control your appetite and attain your dream body. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Thursday, January 28, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Deshaun Watson officially requests a trade. Mobile games are both predatory and helpful to mental illness. Upcoming Houston food events, celebrate the Lunar New Year at Fat Eatery. Houston Texans set to name David Culley next head coach. Best virtual bets, Sundance Films, UFOs, and the Apollo. How to make it in the music business, Track Sounds Edition. Attorney for HPD cop charged with Harding Street murder says dog is just playing politics. Houston Ballet Strings section gets together for a little night music. Taco Keto continues to bring its family flavor to Houston. Streaming concert Watch 1/27, local natives, Sam Smith and more. The next headlines are about world records making news. SwimSwam's Top 100 for 2021, men's number 75, number 51, SwimSwam. Owner pays tribute to Guinness World Record holder Freddie the 7 foot 5 inches Great Dane who died at home, Daily Mail. Hungarian basketball team breaks acrobatic dunking world record, UPI News. Jim Walmsley and Eliud Kipchoge, parallels between your record runs, Canadian Running Magazine. Watch, man eats 3 of the hottest chili peppers in the world to break record Corina, KFDI. Gold medalists, world record holders take to the track in Karlsruhe, Flow Track. Lord of the Rings mini brick display sets Guinness World Record, Pen Live. World's records Kasi AM, KFI AM 640. Record-breaking Smith heads to Feldberg with big ski cross World Cup lead, inside at the games.bees. Calling all Broadway devotees, join a Guinness World Record attempt by singing The Greatest Showman, Playbill.com. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Intriguing life signal on Venus was plain old sulfur dioxide, new research suggests. Documentary Plus is the latest free service to enter the streaming wars. Toothbrushes might not be covered in poo after all. Snipping tool bug is keeping Windows Insider users from copy-pasting screenshots. The 10 best deals of January 28, 2021. Tim, it's pronounced Facebook. Discord gives Wall Street bets another chance and offers help. Researchers turned a living Venus flytrap into a cyborg robotic gripper. QAnon congresswoman also believes a space laser sparked California's deadliest wildfire. Ridiculously tiny chameleons discovered in Madagascar. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Nadi in Fiji at 121.64 degrees Fahrenheit or 49.8 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Ekayachchayu in Russia at minus 67.36 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 55.2 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. New Biden executive order makes science, evidence central to policy. Rocky Linux gets a parent company, with $4 Series A funding. GM says no more tailpipe emissions by 2035, carbon neutrality by 2040. Intel's first discrete GPU in 20+ years is only for OEMs, integrators. Biden's approach to climate, calling it a crisis and treating it that way. That's a wrap. No Starship launch attempt on Thursday afternoon, updated. State reps try to ban Comcast data cap and price hikes until pandemic is over. Facebook Supreme Court overrules company in 4 of its first 5 decisions. Got alums among announced cast for Netflix Sandman adaptation. From 1st to 6th, Huawei's phone business tanks thanks to U.S. sanctions. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Kevin McCarthy thinks kissing the ring of Trump is his path to the speakership, CNN's John King. Nicole Wallace nails GOP for wanting to fight terrorism, until it involved Trump voters. Trump hotel struggling to attract business, even as COVID restrictions lift, report. Pentagon suspends Trump's last-minute picks to defense advisory boards, report. Top Pakistan court orders release of militant in Daniel Pearl murder. Weed withdrawal, more than half of people using medical cannabis for pain experience withdrawal symptoms. Trump suppressed terrorism warnings to protect white supremacists, report. RNC invites Trump to spring donor meeting as conservative warns of more delusion-fueled violence. Watch, reporter uses GOP talking points to ask Psaki if Biden is a benevolent dictator for signing executive orders. Mitch McConnell outed for making up fake Joe Biden quote to attack executive orders. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Lunchtime photo. They walked 1,500 miles for a life of freedom, revisiting a book that chronicles young American immigrants. Biden ends gag rule on abortion, reopens health insurance marketplace. AOC to Cruz, you almost had me murdered. The best Boston accents in politics. Cuba has refused deportation flights, but ICE isn't letting most Cubans out of detention. There is no GOP civil war, the party has already chosen Trumpism. A rural county in Georgia vaccinated teachers, the state suspended vaccine shipments to punish them. Armageddon is still a ways off. Chart of the day, GDP was up 4% in the fourth quarter. The next items are today's top search results for Bigfoot. Oklahoma representative proposes Bigfoot hunting season, geohunt.com. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Music in space, a plan to beam a musical message to other planets, books and arts, The Economist. Did an alien life form do a drive-by of our solar system in 2017, The New York Times. Breakthrough Listen is searching a million stars for one sign of intelligent life, i.e. spectrum. Could game theory help discover intelligent alien life? The University of Manchester. The mysterious case of interstellar visitor, the Planetary Society. How two space exploration projects are using the Arctic to stand in for extraterrestrial environments, Nunachsiak News. What's on TV Wednesday, for Life on ABC and more, Los Angeles Times. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Full text, serum miR-128 serves as a potential diagnostic biomarker for Alzheimer NDT, Dove Medical Press. Brain 3D genome study uncovers human-specific regulatory changes during development, URIC alert. Prestige offers webinar for graceful aging news EastOregonian.com, East Oregonian. Musicians Network Brains, Cosmos. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. AI poised to revolutionize longevity, scientists say, futurism. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Thursday, January 28, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. Angelia Joyner, journalist, ufologist, radio host, animal advocate, in memoriam. Skinwalker Ranch, UFOs, and life after death. Ex-CIA chief wants UFO probe UFO Chronicle 1960. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Thursday, January 28, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. True Strange News is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by True Strange News. All rights reserved.